Hello friends, welcome to the CISM classes. Friends, today we'll discuss on the information security governance, right? Friends, our discussion will be totally focused on the importance of balanced scorecard, right? And enterprise information security architecture in aligning business strategies with operational efficiency and security needs. Friends, these frameworks enable the organization to drive sustainable growth, resilience, and performance management through holistic approach to information security and operational excellence. Friends, this is the chapter 1 part 9. So let's go into the topic and we'll first discuss about the information security governance for business goals, right? Friends, in today's digital world, it is really important for businesses to keep their information safe and available when needed. Right? So in this presentation, we'll talk about how information security governance is key for businesses. It means making sure security measures match up with what the businesses want to achieve. Right? So friends, when the companies set up a strong governance framework, they can have a solid plan to keep their information secure. This does not just protect their stuff, but it also helps their businesses to grow. Right? So friends, in this the first topic is about the governance framework. Right? The key components for successes. Friends, the first point is we'll discuss about the strategy. Friends, a security strategy that marries with the business objective is important, is vital, right? It ensures that all security efforts propel the business toward its goal, right? Friends, this security strategy, it refers to a plan, right, or a set of action that a businesses put in place to protect its information system and asset from potential threat like cyber attack, data breaches, or unauthorized access, right? Second, that is marriage with the business objective. It means that that the security strategy should be closely aligned or in harmony with what the businesses aims to achieve. In other words, the security measure taken should support the complement the broader goals and the target of the businesses. Right? It emphasizes the crucial importance of having a security strategy that align with the business objectives. It suggests that without such alignment, the businesses could face significant risk or challenges that may hinder its success or even threaten its existence. Right? So in essence, friends, we can say that the statement underscore the importance of integrating security considerations into the overall business strategy. And when done effectively, it ensures that security measures are not seen as separate or isolated effort, but as integral component that drive the businesses toward its desired outcome. Right? Next about the standards. Friends, detailed standards for each policy are essential for ensuring adherence and consistency in security practices within an organization. And these standards provide clear guidelines and criteria for the implementation and maintenance of security measures, ensuring that employees and stakeholders understand what is expected of them. Moreover, friends, these standards play a crucial role in establishing security baseline, which are the minimum requirement needed to protect against the potential threats. And by setting specific measures and controls through detailed standards, organizations can effectively mitigate risks and safeguard their assets. Importantly, friends, these standards must align with the broader corporate aim and objectives. And by ensuring that security measures support the organization overall mission and strategic condition, detailed standards not only enhance the security posture but also contribute to the achievement of corporate goals. Thus, the establishment of detailed standard for each policy is paramount for fostering a secure and aligned organizational environment. Next, about the policies. Friends, the policies are the backbone of governance framework, right? And these policies articulate management vision for the security across the organization. Friends, policies serve as a cornerstone of the governance framework within an organization, providing the guiding principles and directions for managing security effectively. They represent management overarching vision and strategy regarding security matters throughout the organization. And these policies articulate the expectations, responsibilities, and standards that employees and stakeholders are required to follow to ensure the security of information, asset, and operations. Friends, by clearly defining management's stance on security issues, policies establishes a framework for decision making and action, helping to ensure consistency and alignment across all levels of organization. In essence, policies lay the groundwork for implementing security measures and protocols, serving as a reference point for assessing compliance and driving continuous improvement efforts. As such, they play a pivotal role in shaping the organizational culture and mindset towards security, making them indispensable elements for a robust governance and framework. Next, about the structure. Friends, establishing a clear security organization structure is important for effectively managing security initiatives within an organization. And this structure delineates roles, responsibilities, and reporting lines, ensuring that individuals or teams are assigned the appropriate authority to execute security tasks and make informed decisions. Friends, by defining clear lines of authority, the structure empowers security personnel to take necessary actions to protect the organization asset and interest. Additionally, friends, a well-defined structure facilitates the allocation of resources, including budget, personnel, and technology, to support security objectives and initiatives. And this ensures that adequate resources are available to address security needs and respond to emerging threats effectively. Moreover, friends, a structured approach helps to mitigate conflicts of interest by clearly outlining roles and responsibilities and ensuring transparency in decision making process. And by avoiding conflicts of interest, the organization can maintain integrity and trust in its security operations. In essence, a clear security organization structure provides the foundation for effective security management, enabling the organization to navigate security challenge and safeguard its interest with confidence. Moving next friends is about the framework pillars, that is workflow, merits and monitoring. Let's discuss about the workflow. Friends, workflow represent the structured pathway and procedural steps that govern how security related tasks and activities are carried out within an organization. And these workflow outline the specific actions, sequences, and interactions involved in the various security processes, from incident response to access control management. Friends, by detailing these paths, workflow clarify the roles and responsibilities of individuals or teams involved in the security operations, ensuring that each party understands their obligations and contributions to the overall security posture. This delineation of responsibilities promote accountability within the security governance processes, as individuals are held accountable for their assigned tasks and actions. Additionally, workflow provide a mechanism for tracking and monitoring progress, facilitating oversight and control over security activities. By adhering to the established workflow, organizations can streamline their security operations, minimize errors, and ensure consistency in their approach to security management. Ultimately, friends, workflow play a crucial role in enhancing the effectiveness and efficiency of security governance processes, fostering a culture of accountability and responsibility within the organization. Next, about the metrics. Friends, metrics serve as a quantifiable measures used to assess various aspects of security performance within an organization. And these metrics are carefully selected and established to evaluate compliance with security policies, regulations, and standards. And by tracking adherence to the established guidelines, metrics provide valuable insight into the organization overall security posture and identify areas where improvement may be needed. Friends, additionally, metrics are used to provide feedback on the effectiveness of security control and measures implemented to mitigate risks and protect assets. And this feedback help organizations fine tune their security strategies and allocate resources more effectively to address emerging threats and vulnerabilities. Moreover, friends, metrics play a crucial role in aiding management decision by providing data-driven insight into security-related matters. And by analyzing metrics, management can make informed decisions about resource allocation, resource risk management strategies, and prioritization of security initiatives. In essence, friends, the institutionalization of appropriate metrics within an organization enables stakeholders to monitor, evaluate, and continuously improve the effectiveness of their security program, ultimately enhancing the organization's resilience to security threat and challenges. Next, about the monitoring. Friends, monitoring involves the ongoing observation and assessment of security related activities and processes within an organization. Continuous monitoring process are implemented to ensure that security measures and practices remain in line with established policies, regulations, and standards. And these processes involve regular collection and analysis of data to assess compliance with security requirement and identify any deviation or anomalies that may indicate potential risks or vulnerabilities. And by continuously monitoring security activities, organizations can promptly detect and address any issues or non-compliance, thereby upholding the integrity of their security posture. Additionally, monitoring provides essential feedback on the effectiveness of security controls and measures in place. And by analyzing monitoring data, organizations can identify areas where security control may be lacking or ineffective and take corrective actions to improve their security posture. And this feedback loop enable organizations to iteratively enhance their security control and adapt to evolving threats and challenges. In essence, friends, continuous monitoring processes play a vital role in maintaining and improving security posture, ensuring that organizations remain resilient in the face of ever-changing security landscape. Moving next. Next is we'll discuss about some objectives of security program, that is assurance and protection level. First, about the assurance. Friends, assurance within a security program refer to a process of activity ensuring that information assets such as data, system, and network are sufficiently protected in accordance with their respective value and importance to the organization. And this assurance involves implementing a range of measures and controls designed to safeguard these assets from potential threat and risks. And by assessing the value and criticality of information assets, organization can prioritize their protection effort and allocate resources accordingly. The security program works proactively to establish and maintain a robust security posture that aligns with the perceived value of these assets. This may involve implementing various security measures such as encryption, access control, and intrusion detection system to mitigate potential risks and vulnerabilities. Additionally, friends, assurance effort involve ongoing monitoring and evaluation of to ensure that security controls remain effective and up to date in addressing emerging threats, and by providing assurance that information assets are adequately protected, the security program instills confidence among stakeholders, including customers, partners, and regular authorities. Friends, ultimately the assurance activity play a crucial role in enhancing trust and confidence in the organization's security posture, thereby contributing to its overall resilience and reputation in the face of cyber security threats. Next, about the protection. Friends, protection within the context of cybersecurity involves implementing measures and controls to safeguard information assets from potential threat and risks. It ensures that the level of protection put in place is appropriate and proportional to the perceived risk and the business values associated with the information assets. This means that organizations must assess the potential threat and vulnerabilities that could impact their information assets and determine the level of protection needed to mitigate these risks effectively. Friends, by evaluating the sensitivity, criticality, and importance of information assets to the business operations, organizations can prioritize their protection effort accordingly. For example, highly sensitive or critical data may require stronger encryption, right? Or access control and monitoring mechanism compared to a less valuable information assets. So friends, protection measures are tailored to align with the specific risks faced by the organizations and potential impact of a security breach on its operation, reputation, and compliance obligations. Friends, by ensuring that the level of protection provided is commensurate with the risks and business's value of the information assets, organizations can effectively mitigate security risks and safeguard their critical resources. And this approach allows organizations to optimize their security investment and resources while minimizing the exposure to potential threats, thereby enhancing their overall security posture and resilience. Next, friends, next we'll discuss about the integration challenge. Right? Friends, integration challenge is a critical aspect of information security governance, is ensuring that the IT and information security are not isolated silos within an organization. They must be integrated effectively to support the business goals. And this integration is essential at all levels, but strategic alignment between IT and security is crucial for achieving overarching business objectives and fostering a secure information ecosystem. Friends, An important aspect of information security governance involves addressing the integration challenge which arises when IT and information security functions operate as isolated entities within an organization. It is imperative that these two domains are seamlessly integrated to effectively support the broader business goals and objectives. And this integration should not only occur at the operational level but also extend to strategic alignment between IT and security initiatives. Friends, strategic alignment between these functions is particularly critical for realizing overarching business objectives and establishing a secure information ecosystem. And by aligning the IT and the security effort with the business priorities, organizations can ensure that security measures are not seen as impediments to business's operation, but rather as enablers that contribute to the achievement of strategic goals. And this alignment facilitates better coordination, collaboration, and communication between IT and security team, enabling them to work together toward the common objectives and addressing security challenge effectively. Friends, ultimately fostering a culture of integration and strategic alignment between IT and security function is essential for creating a robust and resilient information security governance framework that support and enhance the organization overall business objectives and successes. Moving next friend will discuss about some cost effective security program. Friends, the statement cost effective security program defines a developing a cost information security program require a boost governance framework that align with the business objective, right? So creating a cost effective information security program necessitates the establishment of a strong governance framework that is in harmony with the business objectives. And this framework serves as a foundation for implementing security measures that are both effective and economical. Friends, organizations achieve cost effectiveness by concentrating on addressing the most critical risks and vulnerabilities faced by their information assets. And by prioritizing these risks, resources can be allocated efficiently to mitigate them, ensuring optimal protection without overspending. Additionally, friends, aligning security practices with the overarching business goals is essential for maximizing the value derived from the security investments. And when security initiatives are closely tied to the business objectives, they become more meaningful and relevant, leading to better decision making and resource allocation. Friends, this alignment ensures that security measures contribute directly to the organization's success and resilience while minimizing unnecessary costs. Friends, ultimately, a cost effective security program requires a strategic approach that balances risk management with the business needs, enabling organizations to protect their information assets efficiently and sustainably. We'll discuss about some key takeaways from framework to the business alignment. First is about the strategic. Friends, ensuring that information security is aligned with the broader business strategy is not merely a choice but rather than an essential requirement for both organizational growth and protection. Friends, in today's digital landscape where businesses increasingly rely on technology and data to drive their operations and innovations, the integration of information security with business strategy is paramount. And this alignment ensures that security considerations are embedded into the fabric of the organization rather than treated as an afterthought for a separate function. Friends, by aligning information security with business strategy, organizations can effectively balance the need to protect their asset with the imperative to achieve strategic objectives and drive growth. And this strategic alignment enables businesses to make informed decisions about the risk management, resource allocation, and technology investment, thereby enhancing their overall resilience and competitiveness. Moreover, friends, integrating information security into business strategy foster a culture of security awareness and accountability throughout the organizations, further strengthening its defenses against cyber threat and vulnerabilities. Ultimately, friends, recognizing information security as a strategic imperative underscore its importance in safeguarding the organization's interest and ensuring its long-term success in an increasingly interconnected and digital world. Next, about the accountability. Friends, accountability is a cornerstone of effective governance, particularly in the realm of information security. It involves clearly defining roles, responsibilities, and expectations within the organizations to ensure that individuals are held responsible for their actions and decisions related to security. Establishing clear accountability not only help us in identifying who is responsible for various security tasks but also facilitate transparency and oversight, enabling organizations to effectively manage and mitigate the security risks. Moreover, friends, clear workflows are essential for streamlining security processes and ensuring that tasks are executed efficiently and consistently. Workflow outline the steps and procedures to be followed in different security scenarios, providing a structured approach to security management. And by establishing clear workflow, organizations can minimize confusion and ambiguity, improve coordination and communication among stakeholders, and ensure that security measures are implemented in a timely and effective manner. Furthermore, fostering a culture of security awareness relies on promoting accountability and adherence to established workflow throughout the organization. Friends, when individuals understand their roles and responsibilities in relation to security and are empowered to fulfill them effectively, they become more engaged and proactive in safeguarding the organization's asset and interest. Overall, friends, clear accountability and workflow are indispensable elements of effective governance and are instrumental in fostering a culture of security awareness within the organization. Next, about the comprehensive. Friends, achieving robust governance in information security required a comprehensive approach, right? That encompasses various key components. Central to this approach are policies which establish the guiding principles and rules governing security practices within an organization. And these policies outline the expectations, responsibilities, and standards to be adhered to by the employees and stakeholders to ensure the protection of information assets. Additionally, friends, standards provide detailed guidelines and specifications for implementing security control and measures in alignment with the policy requirements. They serve as the basis for consistent and uniform application of security practices across the organization. Furthermore, an effective organizational structure is essential for establishing clear roles, responsibilities, and reporting lines related to the security management. And this structure ensures accountability and facilitates coordination and collaboration among different stakeholders involved in security governance. Friends, by integrating policies, standards, and organizational structure, organizations can establish a cohesive framework for managing security risks and ensuring compliance with regulatory requirement. And this comprehensive approach enables organizations to address security challenges holistically and proactively, enhancing their resilience to evolving threats and vulnerabilities. Moving next about the monitoring. Friends, we already have studied about the monitoring part. However, to amplify it, continuous monitoring and the use of metrics play a vital role in the realm of information security, particularly in the face of ever evolving threats and risks. Ongoing monitoring involves the constant observation and assessment of various aspects of the organization security posture, including network traffic, system logs, and user activities. Friends, by continuously monitoring these indicators, organization can detect and respond to emerging threats in real time, mitigating potential damage or breaches. Additionally, the use of metrics provide valuable insight into the effectiveness of security measures and controls deployed within the organization. And by tracking and analyzing key performance indicators and security metrics, organizations can assess their security posture, identify areas of improvement, and measure progress over the time. And this data-driven approach enable organizations to make informed decisions about resource allocation, risk management strategies, and prioritizing of security initiatives. Moreover, friends, ongoing monitoring and metrics help organizations to adapt to new threats and changes in the threat landscape. And by staying abreast of emerging threats and trends, organizations can proactively adjust their security measure and strategies to address evolving risks effectively. Next, friends, next we'll discuss about the integration insight, that is bridging IT and security. In this, the first point is about alignment. Friends, achieving effective integration between IT and security functions necessitates a strategic alignment that ensures these two domains work cohesively to advance the organization's business objectives. And this alignment involves synchronizing IT and security initiatives with the broader strategic goals and priorities of the organization. By aligning IT and security effort with the business goals, organizations can ensure that technology and security measures are not only effective but also contribute directly to the success and the growth of the businesses. And this strategic alignment enable IT and security team to prioritize their activities and investments based on their impact on the business outcomes rather than operating in isolation or pursuing disparate objectives. Additionally, friends, strategic alignment foster collaborations and cooperations among IT and security stakeholders, facilitating the development and implementation of integrated solutions that addresses both technological and security needs. And by working together, friends, toward common business objectives, IT and security functions can optimize resource allocation, enhance operational efficiency, and minimize duplication of efforts. Ultimately, friends, strategic alignment between IT and security is essential for building a resilient and agile organization that can effectively navigate the complexity of a modern digital landscape while safeguarding its asset and interest. Next, about the collaboration. Friends, fostering a culture of collaboration between IT and security team is paramount for enhancing the resilience of an organization. Collaboration involves the sharing of knowledge, expertise, and resources between these two critical functions to effectively address cybersecurity challenge and mitigate risks. By encouraging collaboration, organizations can leverage the collective strength and capabilities of both IT and security team to bolster their defense and respond more effectively to the security incidents. Friends, collaboration promotes communication and coordination between teams, enabling them to work together seamlessly to identify vulnerabilities, implement security measures, and respond to the threat in a timely manner. Moreover, friends, collaboration fosters a deeper understanding of each other's roles, responsibilities, and perspectives, breaking down silos and fostering mutual trust and respect. This shared understanding enables IT and security team to align their effort more closely with the organization's overall objectives and priorities. Additionally, friends, collaboration enhances the organization's ability to adapt and innovate in a response to evolved cyber threat and challenges. And by working collaboratively, IT and security team can develop innovative solutions and strategies that enhances the organization's resilience and agility in the face of emerging risks. Moving next we'll discuss about some future directions, that is adapting to a new challenge. In this, the first is about innovation. Friends, embracing innovation in the realm of cybersecurity involve leveraging new technologies and approaches to enhance security measure while maintaining business agility. And as the threat landscape evolves and become increasingly sophisticated, organizations must continuously seek innovative solutions to protect their assets and data effectively. And this entails exploring emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and automation to augment traditional security measures and stay ahead of cyber threat. However, it is crucial that these innovative security solutions are implemented in a manner that does not impede business agility or hinder operational efficiency. Friends, organizations must strike a balance between security and flexibility, ensuring that security measures are robust yet adaptable to changing business needs and market dynamics. And by embracing innovation, organizations can strengthen their security posture and enhance their ability to detect, prevent, and respond to cyber threat more effectively. Moreover, innovative security solutions can enable organizations to streamline security processes, improve incident response times, and reduce the overall burden on IT and security teams. Next in the future direction is about the regulation. Friends, navigating the regulatory landscape is crucial for organizations to maintain compliance and mitigate the legal risks. As law and regulation govern data privacy, cybersecurity, and other aspects of information management continue to evolve, staying ahead of regulatory changes is essential. Friends, failure to comply with relevant regulations can result in several consequences, including fines, legal action, and reputational damage. Therefore, organizations must actively monitor and adapt to regulatory changes to ensure ongoing compliance. And this involves keeping abreast of new regulations, amendments, and updates that may impact their operation and implementing necessary changes to the policies, procedures, and controls accordingly. And by staying ahead of regulatory changes, organizations can proactively address compliance requirement, minimize legal risks, and demonstrate a commitment to upholding ethical and legal standards. Moreover, friends, maintaining compliance with regulations not only help organizations avoid penalties and sanctions but also enhance trust and confidence among customers, partners, and stakeholders. It signals a commitment to protecting sensitive information and respecting individual rights to privacy and data protection. Ultimately, staying ahead of regulatory changes is essential for organizations to navigate the complex regulatory landscape effectively and protect against legal risks in today's highly regulated business environment. Next, about the threat. Friends, in today's dynamic digital environment, the threat landscape is constantly evolving, presenting new and increasingly sophisticated challenges to organization information security. Friends, adapting to these evolving threats is essential for ensuring the ongoing protection of information assets. Threat can range from common cyber attack like phishing and malware to more advanced threats such as ransomware and insider threat. And to effectively mitigate these risks, organizations must continuously monitor and analyze the threat landscape to identify emerging threats and vulnerabilities. Friends, by staying informed about the new tactic, technique, and procedure employed by the threat actors, organizations can proactively adjust their security measure and defenses to counter evolving threat. This may involve implementing advanced security technologies, enhancing employee training and awareness program, with strengthening the incident response capabilities. Additionally, friends, collaborating with industry peers and sharing threat intelligence can provide valuable insight into emerging threat and help organizations develop more robust defense strategy. Ultimately, adapting to the evolving threat landscape requires a proactive and agile approach to security adoption. And by remaining vigilant and responsive to the emerging threat, organizations can better protect their information asset and minimize the impact of security breaches and incidents. Next, about the conclusion. Friends, effective information security governance play a vital role in ensuring that security practices are in line with the overarching business objectives of an organization. And by adhering to the comprehensive framework that include strategic alignment, policy articulation, and metric monitoring, organizations can establish a robust information security posture. And this framework not only safeguard the organization asset but also contribute to the achievement of its business goals. However, this journey toward effective information security governance is an ongoing process that requires continuous adaptation and collaboration across all levels on the organization. And by remaining proactive and responsive to evolving threats and challenges, organizations can better protect themselves and maintain their resilience in the face of cybersecurity risks. Moving next, friends. Next, we'll discuss about Balanced Scorecard and Enterprise Information Security Architecture. Friends, the Balanced Scorecard and Enterprise Information Security Architecture. In this, we will delve into the definition, significance, and practical application of strategic management. Right? So let's move it. First, we'll discuss about exploring the Balanced Scorecard. That is key perspective of organizational success. First is about learning. Friends, the aspect of learning in organizational strategy emphasizes that the continuous enhancement of capabilities and infrastructure to foster innovation and growth. And by prioritizing learning initiative, organization can cultivate a culture of innovation that drive progress and adaptability. Friends, key metrics in this area may include tracking training are skill development rates or the uptake of new technologies. And these metrics provide insight into the organization investment in employee developments and its ability to adapt to the emerging trend and technologies. By focusing on learning and development, organizations can empower their workforce to stay abreast of industry advancement and contribute to the organization's overall success and resilience. And this emphasis on continuous learning not only enhances individual skill but also foster a culture of innovation that drive organizational progress in a rapidly changing environment. Next, about the business processes. Friends, the business process aspect of organizational strategy involve evaluating the efficiency of internal processes to enhance productivity and effectiveness. Friends, this entails examining various operational workflow and procedures to identify areas for optimization and improvement. Friends, key metrics in this domain may include cycle time, which measure the time taken to complete the process from start to finish, as well as metrics related to the cost reduction and quality improvements. Friends, by monitoring these metrics, organizations can identify inefficiencies, streamline workflow, and reduce operational costs while enhancing the quality of product or services delivered. Additionally, friends, a focus on the business process optimization enable organizations to respond more effectively to changing market dynamics and customer demands, thereby maintaining a competitive edge. Ultimately, friends, by continuously evaluating and improving internal processes, organizations can enhance operational efficiency, drive innovation, and achieve sustainable growth and success. Next point, friends, next point about the customer. Friends, the customer aspect of organization strategy center around assessing and improving customer satisfaction and engagement level. This involves understanding the needs, preferences, and experiences of customer to ensure that product or services meet their expectations. Key metrics in this domain often include customer retention rates and net promoter score, that is NPS, which measure customer loyalty and likelihood to recommend the organizations to other. Friends, by tracking these metrics, organizations can gauge the effectiveness of their customer-centric initiatives and identify areas of improvement. Additionally, focusing on customer satisfaction and engagement foster long-term relationship with customers, leading to increased loyalty, repeat businesses, and positive word-of-mouth referrals. Ultimately, by prioritizing the customer experience, organizations can enhance their competitiveness, drive revenue growth, and build a strong and a loyal customer base that contribute to their overall success. Next, about the enterprise information security architecture. In this, we'll discuss about the frameworks and approaches. First is about the COBIT. Friends, COBIT, which stands for Control Objective for Information and Related Technologies, is a widely recognized framework designed to govern and manage enterprise IT effectively. It provides organizations with comprehensive set of principles, practices, and guidelines for establishing and maintaining robust governance structure and processes. Friends, COBIT emphasizes the importance of risk management and information control, helping organizations identify, assess, and mitigate the risks associated with their IT system and assets. And by aligning the IT activities with the business objectives, COBIT enables organizations to optimize the value derived from IT investment while ensuring compliance with regulatory requirement and industry standards. And with its focus on governance, risk management, and information control, COBIT serve as a valuable resource for organizations seeking to enhance their IT governance practice and achieve greater transparency, accountability, and resilience in managing their IT environments. Next, about the Open Group Architecture Framework. Friends, the Open Group Architecture Framework offers a structure and systematic methodology for designing, planning, implementing, and governing enterprise information architecture. It provides organizations with a comprehensive framework that guide them through the entire life cycle of enterprise architecture development and management. Friends, the Open Group Architecture Framework emphasizes the importance of aligning business goals and IT strategies, enabling organizations to create architecture that support their objectives and facilitate business transformation. And by allowing this prescribed processes and the best practices, organization can develop architecture blueprint, define standard and the guidelines, and establish governance mechanism to ensure the effective management and evolution of their information architecture over time. Friends, with its focus on standardization, collaboration, and flexibility, the Open Group Architecture Framework serves as a valuable tool for organizations seeking to improve their agility, efficiency, and innovation capabilities by leveraging technology and information asset strategically. Moving next we'll discuss about the framework model overview. Friends, framework model such as Jasmine Enterprise Architecture Framework and Extended Enterprise Architecture Framework provide organizations with structured methodologies for effectively managing and aligning information security practices with the business processes. And these frameworks offer comprehensive structure that guide organizations through the complexity of integrating security measure into their operation. Friends, by adopting these models, organizations can develop cohesive strategies that address not only IT security control but also broader protective requirement of their business activities. And this holistic approach ensures that security initiatives are aligned with the business objectives, enabling organizations to implement measures that protect critical asset and operations while supporting the strategic goals. Additionally, friends, leveraging these frameworks allow organizations to establish a unified understanding of their security posture and develop standardized process for managing and mitigating risks. And by adopting a structured approach to security alignment, organizations can enhance their resilience to emerging threats and vulnerabilities, safeguarding their operations and reputation in an increasingly interconnected and digital environment. Moving next friend will discuss about the architectural approach to security, that is aligning the business processes. In this, the first point is about contextual. Friends, the contextual aspect of the security design emphasizes the integration of business process architecture to ensure that the security measures are tailored to meet the specific needs and objectives of the organization. And by incorporating business process architecture into the security design, organizations can align security initiative with the broader business goals and requirement. And this approach ensures that the security measures are not implemented in isolation but are instead integrated seamlessly into the organization's operation and workflow. Friends, by designing security solution around the business needs, organizations can enhance efficiency, minimize disruption, and optimize resource allocation. Additionally, incorporating business process architecture into security design enables organizations to prioritize security measure based on their impact on the critical business processes and assets. And this contextual approach ensures that the security investments are directed toward areas that are most critical to the organization's success and resilience. Ultimately, by aligning security with the business need and processes, organizations can achieve a more effective and sustainable security posture that support their overall objective and growth. Next, about the operational. Friends, the operational aspect of the security management is concerned with the day-to-day activities and practices involved in maintaining and enforcing security measure within the enterprise. This include tasks such as monitoring system for security breaches, managing access control, conducting security audits, and responding to the incidents. The operational dimension of security management ensures that the security policies and procedures are implemented effectively and consistently across the organization. It involves the deployment of security technology, the enforcement of security protocol, and the training of personnel to uphold the security best practices. And by focusing on operational aspect of security, organizations can mitigate risks, detect and respond to the security incidents in a timely manner, and ensure the ongoing protection of their asset and data. Next, about the being conceptual. Friends, the conceptual dimension of security management focuses on addressing high-level strategic consideration related to the security within the organization. This involves developing overarching security strategies, policies, and framework that align with the organization goals, values, and the risk tolerance. Friends, conceptual security management encompasses activities such as risk assessment, security planning, and establishing security governance structure. It involves defining the organization's security posture, priorities, and objectives to guide decision making and resource allocation. And by addressing conceptual consideration, organizations can ensure that the security initiatives are aligned with the business objectives, regulatory requirements, and industry best practices. Additionally, friends, conceptual security management involve fostering a culture of security awareness and accountability throughout the organization, promoting a shared understanding of security risks and responsibilities among stakeholders. Ultimately, by addressing high level strategic consideration, organizations can establish a solid foundation for implementing effective security measure and mitigating risks in proactive and holistic manner. Moving next we'll discuss about the designing the target architecture. Friends, the concept of target or reference architecture is fundamental in achieving long-term objectives for technical, system, and process design within the realm of enterprise information security architecture. It involves outlining a method for designing an ideal state of enterprise architecture consisting of various building blocks and illustrating how these components interconnect to achieve enhanced security and operational efficiency. Friends, in the domain of enterprise information security architecture, designing a target or reference architectural is crucial for realizing long-term objectives in technical, system, and process design. And this concept revolves around defining an ideal state of enterprise architecture, outlining a blueprint that incorporates various building blocks essential for robust security and operational efficiency. The target architecture serves as a guiding framework depicting how different components such as network, system, application, and data repository should interconnect to support the organization's security goal. It provides a structured approach to designing and implementing security measures, ensuring alignment with the business objectives and regulatory requirement. And by illustrating the relationship between different architectural elements, the target architecture enables organizations to identify gaps, redundancies, and areas for improvement in their security infrastructure. Additionally, friends, it facilitates communication and collaboration among stakeholders by providing a common reference point for discussing and evaluating security initiatives. Ultimately, designing a target architecture empowers organization to develop a cohesive and comprehensive security strategy that addresses current and the future challenge, driving resilience and agility in the face of evolving threat. Moving next we'll discuss about the applying the architectural framework, that is method of strategic implementation. In this, the first point is about identifying. Friends, the process of establishing a robust security strategy begins with identifying the critical asset and business processes that are essential to the organization operation and success. And this step involves conducting a thorough assessment to determine which asset, such as sensitive data, intellectual property, and infrastructure component, and the key business applications are most valuable and vulnerable to threat. Additionally, friends, it entails identifying the core business processes that rely on these assets to function effectively. And by understanding the interdependencies between asset and process, organizations can prioritize their protection effort and allocate resources more effectively. Friends, this proactive approach enables organizations to focus their security measures on areas that are most critical to their operations, thereby minimizing potential risks and vulnerabilities. Ultimately, friends, by starting with the clear understanding of their identity and the critical assets, organizations can develop targeted security strategies that enhance their resilience and safeguard against potential threats. Next about the design. Friends, designing an architecture to protect critical asset within the identified framework is an important step in establishing a robust security infrastructure. This process involves developing a comprehensive blueprint that outlines the necessary components, configurations, and controls required to safeguard the organization assets effectively. It entails aligning the security architecture with the identified framework, such as regulatory requirement, industry standards, and best practices. The design phase considers various factors, including the nature of asset, potential threat and vulnerabilities, existing infrastructure, and business requirements. Friends, it aims to create a cohesive and integrated security framework that addresses both current and future security challenges. Additionally, the design incorporates mechanism for monitoring, detection, and response to the security incidents, ensuring a proactive approach to the threat management. And by designing the architecture to protect asset within the identified framework, organizations can establish a strong foundation for their security strategy, enhance resilience, and mitigate the risk effectively. Next, about the implementation. Friends, once the architecture has been designed and finalized, the next crucial step is to implement it effectively within the organization. This involves translating the architectural blueprint into the actionable steps by deploying policies, tools, and control that align with the defined security objectives. Policies outline the rules and guidelines that govern security practices within the organization, provide a framework for employee to follow. Friends, tool encompasses the technology and software solution needed to enforce the security policies and monitor for the potential threats. Friends, controls are the mechanism put in place to enforce the security measure and mitigate risks, such as access control, encryption, and authentication mechanism. Friends, implementation require careful planning, coordination, and collaboration among the various stakeholders, including IT teams, security professionals, and the business leaders. It also involved training employees on new security protocols and procedures to ensure compliance and adoption. And by effectively implementing the design architecture using policies, tools, and controls, organization can strengthen their security posture, mitigate risks, and protect their asset and operation from the potential threat. Next, about the monitor. Friends, continuous monitoring of the architecture is essential to ensure its effectiveness in mitigating the risk and protecting assets. And this process involves regularly assessing the security posture of the architecture to identify vulnerabilities, weaknesses, and the areas for improvement. It includes monitoring various aspects of architecture such as network traffic, system logs, user activities, and security control. Friends, continuous monitoring enables organizations to detect and respond to the security incidents in the real time, minimizing the potential impact of breaches or intrusions. Additionally, it allows organizations to track changes in the threat landscape and adapt their security measures accordingly. And by continuously monitoring the architecture for vulnerabilities and improvement areas, organizations can proactively address security risks, enhance their security posture, and maintain compliance with regulatory requirement and industry standards. And this ongoing vigilance is essential for safeguarding asset, maintaining operational continuity, and preserving the organization's reputation and trustworthiness. Next, about the framework model deep dive, that is case studies and examples. First point is about the COBIT. Friends, the illustrative example of the benefit of adopting COBIT is showcased by a company that sought to enhance its IT governance practices. And by implementing COBIT, the company established a structured framework for managing and governing its IT operation effectively. Friends, through the adoption of COBIT principle and guidelines, the company was able to streamline its IT processes, enhance transparency and accountability, and improve overall efficiency. As a result of these improvements, the company experienced a significant reduction in operational cost with the reported decrease of 30%. And this reduction can be attributed to various factors such as optimized resource allocation, reduced duplication of efforts, and enhanced the risk management practices enabled by the COBIT. Friends, by aligning its IT governance practices With COVID, the company not only achieved the cost saving but also enhanced its ability to deliver value to the stakeholders, mitigate risks, and ensure compliance with the regulatory requirements. Friends, this example highlights the tangible benefit that organizations can realize by leveraging COVID as a framework for enhancing IT governance and driving operational excellence. Next, about the TOGAF. Friends, an example of effectiveness of TOGAF can be seen in the businesses that aimed at aligning its IT strategy with its overarching business objectives. And through the adoption, the business established a structured methodology for developing and implementing its enterprise architecture. Friends, this alignment enabled the businesses to enhance the agility, responsiveness, and ability to deliver value to the customers. And by leveraging this framework, the businesses improved its ability to identify and prioritize customers' needs, streamline its IT processes, and optimize resource allocation. As a result, the business experienced increased customer satisfaction as its IT initiatives were better aligned with the customer expectations and requirement. Next, to conclude, we can say that the Balanced Scorecard and Enterprise Information Security Architecture stands as a vital framework that enable organizations to harmonize their business strategies with operational efficiency and security imperatives. Friends, this framework offers structured approaches for organizations to assess, plan, and implement strategies that not only enhance performance but also safeguard critical asset and data. And by grasping the principles and practices embedded within this framework, organizations can cultivate a comprehensive approach to managing performance and information security. And this holistic perspective empowers organizations to address the interconnected challenge of optimizing operations while mitigating risks effectively. Friends, by integrating the Balanced Scorecard and Enterprise Information Security Architecture into their practices, organizations can foster a culture of continuous improvement and resilience, ensuring sustainable growth and competitiveness in an increasingly complex and dynamic business environment. Friends, here we come to the end of today's part. Please do like, subscribe, and share among your friends. Thank you and stay tuned.